Most people don't fail because life is hard. They fail because they're addicted to comfort and they don't even know it. The truth: if you practiced just 7 Stoic habits for 1 week, not a month, not a year, 1 week, you'd start thinking differently, walking differently. Even people would start reacting to you differently, because discipline changes your energy faster than motivation ever will. And by the end of this video, you'll realize something uncomfortable. Your life isn't chaotic, it's just undisciplined. Let's start with the first habit. But this is where it gets uncomfortable. The first Stoic habit is brutal honesty with yourself. Not positive thinking, not journaling your dreams. Brutal self-awareness. Most people wake up and immediately escape. Phone, messages, noise, distraction. Why? Because silence exposes truth, and truth is heavy. Stoics didn't run from truth, they hunted it. Every morning, ask one question: what am I avoiding? Not what are your goals, not what are your plans, what are you avoiding? That one question will expose your weakness faster than any self-help book. Avoiding the gym? Avoiding a difficult conversation? Avoiding discipline with money? Avoiding your own potential? You don't need a new strategy, you need confrontation. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself constantly, not to feel good, to stay sharp. Because when you see yourself clearly, you stop lying to yourself. And when self-deception dies, growth begins. But here's where most people sabotage themselves. They try to change everything at once. Stoics never did that. Habit 2. Control what you can, ignore what you can't. Sounds simple, almost too simple. But look at your daily stress. Most of it comes from things you don't control. People's opinions, traffic, the economy, someone's attitude toward you, past mistakes. You replay them, analyze them, stress over them. For what? Epictetus said it clearly. If it's not in your control, it's not your concern. Imagine living like that for just 1 week. No emotional reaction to what you can't control. No overthinking someone's tone. No stress about outcomes you can't force. Suddenly your mind gets quiet, focused, sharp. And here's what most people don't realize. When you stop reacting to everything, people start respecting you more. Calm is intimidating. Silence is powerful. Emotional control is rare. Which leads to habit 3, the one that instantly changes how people treat you. Become harder to emotionally move. Right now, most people are emotionally predictable. Praise them, they glow. Ignore them, they panic. Criticize them, they collapse. That's weakness, and people feel it instantly. Stoics trained emotional neutrality, not coldness, control. When something good happens, stay steady. When something bad happens, stay steady. This doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means you're not ruled by feelings, because the person who can't be easily shaken becomes someone others can't easily manipulate. Try this for 1 week. No emotional overreaction, no dramatic responses, no seeking validation. Watch what happens. People start wondering what you're thinking. They take your words more seriously. Your presence feels heavier. But here's the deeper shift most people miss. When you stop reacting emotionally, you start seeing reality clearly. And that leads to habit 4, the habit that separates disciplined minds from chaotic ones. Practice voluntary discomfort. Modern life made you soft, comfortable, convenient, weak without realizing it. Everything is easy, food delivered, entertainment non-stop, comfort everywhere. Stoics did the opposite. They chose discomfort on purpose. Cold showers, hard training, simple food, less luxury. Why? Because when you practice discomfort voluntarily, you stop fearing it involuntarily. If you can handle controlled hardship, life can't scare you. Imagine waking up and doing one uncomfortable thing daily. Not extreme, just intentional. Cold shower, difficult workout, waking earlier, saying no to something tempting. Within days, your mind changes. You stop negotiating with weakness. You stop seeking constant ease. And suddenly, you respect yourself more. This is where everything shifts. Self-respect isn't built by affirmations. It's built by discipline. But there's a habit even more powerful. One most people avoid because it exposes their biggest fear. Habit 5. Spend time alone without distraction, not scrolling, not watching, not listening, just you and your thoughts. Most people hate this because silence reveals insecurity. You start hearing thoughts you've buried, regrets, fears, uncertainty. But Stoics sat with their minds daily. They didn't run from themselves, they studied themselves, because the person who understands their own mind becomes dangerous in a good way. In 1 week of intentional solitude, something happens. Your thoughts slow down. You observe instead of react. You understand your patterns, and once you see your patterns, you can break them. But here's what most people don't realize. External success starts with internal order. If your mind is chaotic, your life will be chaotic, which leads to habit 6, the one that quietly builds power. Speak less, observe more. Watch powerful people closely. They don't talk non-stop. They don't overshare. They don't react instantly. They observe first. Most people talk to impress. Stoics spoke with intention. For 1 week, try this. Pause before responding. Listen longer. Say less than necessary. At first it feels strange, almost uncomfortable. But then something happens. You start noticing things others miss. Tone changes. Body language. Hidden intentions. Silence sharpens perception. And here's the psychological shift. People value words that are rare. If you speak constantly, your words lose weight. If you speak carefully, your words gain power. Within days, people start listening more closely. Respect increases. Influence grows, not because you demanded it, because your presence changed. But the final habit, this is the one that transforms everything. Habit 7. Remember you will die, not in a depressing way, in a clarifying way. Stoics practiced memento mori, awareness of mortality, because when you remember life is limited, you stop wasting it. Suddenly petty arguments feel small, procrastination feels stupid, fear of judgment feels irrelevant. If you only had limited time left, would you still hesitate to start? Would you still care what random people think? Would you still delay your growth? Probably not. Awareness of death creates urgency. Urgency creates action. Action creates change. Most people live like time is unlimited, so they delay everything. But when you live like time matters, your priorities become clear fast. This is why Stoics lived intensely calm lives. They weren't rushing, they were focused. And here's what most people don't realize. Practicing these habits for just 1 week won't just change your routine. It changes your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone trying to improve. You start seeing yourself as someone disciplined. And once your identity shifts, your behavior follows automatically. But there's one final truth most people won't tell you. These habits won't make you popular, they'll make you powerful. You'll become calmer than your environment, more focused than your peers, less emotionally reactive than most people around you. Some will admire it, some will feel uncomfortable around it, some will distance themselves. That's the price of growth. Because when you stop living impulsively, you stop fitting into impulsive environments. But you gain something better: control, clarity, inner stability. So here's the challenge. 7 days, 7 habits, no excuses. Be brutally honest with yourself. Control what you can. Stay emotionally steady. Practice discomfort. Spend time alone. Speak less. Remember, time is limited. Just 1 week. You won't become perfect, but you will become different. And once you feel that difference, you won't want to go back. Because the moment you taste real self-control, ordinary living starts to feel unbearable. And if this shifted something in your mind right now, there's a deeper level to this. Watch the next video on this channel about how Stoic discipline quietly makes you mentally untouchable. Because once you master your mind, everything else starts obeying you.